Hello, friends. I'm so glad you're joining us for Sunday School today. Our church is a special place where we can be together and learn about God. The first thing we always do is to light our Christ candle. The candle reminds us that Jesus is the light of the world. The Bible tells us that wherever 2 or 3 are gathered together who believe in Jesus, that He is there with them. We open our Bibles to where the story begins. But this week, our story is not in the Bible, but the Bible is a very important part of our story. Many of you come to Sunday school and you've heard the lesson about the circle of the church year. But some of you may not know how the church tells time. The church tells time in a circle. And just like in a regular calendar there are seasons, in the church circle there are seasons too. These are the great times of the church year. This is Christmas. This is Easter. This is Pentecost, the day the church began. These purple blocks are the time of getting ready for Christmas. And these purple blocks are the time for us to get ready for Easter. The time for getting ready for Christmas is called Advent. And the time of getting ready for Easter is called Lent. The color for both of those getting ready seasons is purple. The first day of Lent is called Ash Wednesday. And we usually come to church on Ash Wednesday and get a cross on our forehead made of ashes. The ashes remind us that God made us from the dirt. And the cross reminds us of what Jesus did for us. This time of Lent was begun in the church to help us get ready for Easter. Lent lasts for 40 days, not counting Sundays. During this time, we think about what Jesus did for us on the cross. We think about the things that we do that make God sad, and we tell Him that we are sorry. We think about the time when Jesus was in the desert for 40 days with nothing to eat. While Jesus was in the desert, He thought about God's word. He prayed, and He listened for God. During Lent, we can give up things to remind us that Jesus gave up His life for us. During Lent, we can give up things so that we have more time to think about Jesus and what He did for us. When you give up something during Lent, it's called fasting. And when you fast from something, you just don't do it. When we give up things, we have more time to pray and listen for God and read God's word in our Bible. Sometimes during Lent, people fast from things that they can eat. They fast or give up something like Coke, or maybe they fast from candy. Sometimes during Lent, people give up things that they do, like watching television, or maybe like playing games on a phone. Sometimes during Lent, people fast or give up the way they act, like being mean to a brother or a sister, or telling your mom no. Another thing people do during Lent, sometimes they take things on. Like some people start collecting all of their money coins in a box so that they can share that money with poor people. Sometimes people take on a job, like helping their neighbor mow the grass or clean up the yard. Sometimes people go through their toys and they take some and share them with children who don't have toys. All of this is things that we can do to give us more time to think about Jesus and remember what he has done for us. During Lent, we take time to think about Jesus, to read God's words in the Bible, to pray, and to listen for God to speak to us. It is a thoughtful and holy time every year. This week, we mailed you a Lenten calendar and the pieces to make a butterfly. The Lenten calendar looks like this, and after you make your butterfly, you can use it to help you keep track of every day from now until Easter. Each week, you can think of things that you might want to give up or take on, and you can write them on the circles. We're going to be watching to see if you can keep up with your calendar every day during Lent. So take a picture and post it for us on Instagram or send it to us by email. We hope you have a good week. We'll be thinking about you and praying for you during Lent.